Hello and welcome. This is the first Skeletons Don't Sleep Beyond Survival video podcast. The point of this podcast is to look beyond recovering from sexual assault and how it affects our actions and how we deal with it as adults. My wife Kelly and I, we wrote a book, Skeletons Don't Sleep. It is a book about what happened to me as a child, the sexual assault I endured, how I dealt with that as a teenager, how I dealt with that as an adult, and as a parent, and as a husband, and how I let the negative affect my life and run my life, and the decisions that I made in the self-destructive path I walked down. In that book, we go from self-destructive to getting a full conviction on the man that assaulted me, and we are now looking at the next steps of what our lives are going to be. Because I've taken it out of his hands and put it into mine, which now I have a responsibility as an individual, as a husband, as a father, to live up to. Dealing with sexual assault as a man is particularly difficult. Anything that makes you feel emasculated, weak, inferior, not tough, generally has an air of avoidance. So dealing with sexual assault in itself is a completely difficult topic where you are dealing with your sexuality as an individual, and there's a whole realm of emotions that go with that, and when you suppress or don't deal with those directly, they come out in such negative and dangerous ways that can affect you in far worse consequences than dealing with them, period. In case you didn't notice, it was raining out, so we're going to finish this in here. With a conviction doesn't necessarily mean it's going to all go away. And if you read the book, you'll find out that it doesn't. And it doesn't just end. But now I have an opportunity to start something new, a new chapter. And every chapter from that point on will be my chapter, a chapter I have decided to write. So I was assaulted for 10 years. At 14, I disclosed, and by 15, I was in the toughest drug rehab in America, straight in Stoughton, Mass. From there, I went through a array of different placements, and 2.5 years later, I came out angry, discouraged. I took it out on myself and those around. Met my wife, had kids, still falling back into destructive behavior, self-destructive attitude, and really causing those around me to suffer along with me. A chapter of family, raising my children, stop focusing on the past and the negative, start thinking about what is, not what was.